Okay, folks, this will be a funny one, but it's something we all need as a society. Every human, well, should have it. It does go missing a lot in the shops of late since the dawn of COVID-19, good old coronavirus, and this has become a real issue since the coronavirus made itself present. Pretty much, or maybe months or weeks. But we all need it, and it should be shared, not fucking hoarded. So you probably guess what I'm talking about, perhaps. Do wonder what we're going to do with this one. I'm going to make it a negative positive for this. I haven't set the negative positive mode yet. But basically it just gets beyond the joke what happens with this. Every time something happens in the world of coronavirus, this goes missing, or at least it's very hard to come by. So I'm just wondering what background colour I'm going to give it. I think we're not going to do that. Anyway, let's see what this is that I'm talking about. It is Dunny roll. Yippee! Toilet paper. We're interested in this character. This is like some of the only ones you'll find. Some amongst a couple of other brands, and Quilton. Yeah, I don't like Quilton, to be honest, folks. Quilton is really... I don't like the way you have like these big multi-packs. I like the single roll or the 4-pack ones with the extra sheets. Not the what do they call it? The 1,000 sheet rolls. I don't like these small rolls in big packets. There's no room in my unit to store it, and they always keep running out too quickly. I really hate having to keep changing my toilet roll. The brand of preference I normally have is Delsey, but I've actually developed a liking towards the Coles home brand 1,000 sheet, and this looks really nice, except the top of that cherub is off the page. I don't know whether it's upside down, so we can just enlarge it a little bit less. But basically I really don't like Quilton, to be honest, folks. I just don't have a liking for this particular type of roll. Quilton, not my favourite. But it's toilet paper, folks. At least I could procure some of it. It's better than nothing, folks. I must be grateful. And I'm making a demo out of it. I wouldn't have demoed with this if it wasn't for me running out. I've still got some toilet paper, but I want to make sure I have enough without going into panic mode, without being like a typical panic buyer and just buying it all up and being super greedy and fucked. Now that, I think, is the top of the toilet roll, I do think. I could be wrong. Yeah, I think it is. I think it's the top of the toilet roll. We can't do much about that. So this is my supply for now. You just don't know what you're going to get when you go into the supermarket with these toilet rolls, with this greedy panic buying shit. I actually think we're going to put that vertically like so, and enlarge it down. So we're going to... But I do not like Quilton as a general rule. I just don't like all that fancy stuff that it's all about, like all this silly, soft and cushiony loves ya bum, as the silly advertising slogan says, loves ya bum. And I really hate that. I don't like this. I don't like the way they got the little cherub silliness. I'm going to add a background colour, I do think. But I really just don't like quilting. It's just so luxury-like, yeah. Yeah, that looks really quite interesting. The vertical's a bit big, and I just have to push it up a little bit. I don't like the colour with the background colour. It looks shit house. Shit house, get it, folks? Shit, as in toilet. I do think now we're just going to push that up a little bit, if I'm correct. So we're just going to slide it up a little bit, and maybe we can get rid of the background colour, and we're going to get rid of the negative positive, or we're going to keep it. We're going to take it away. Enlargement's what we're mainly interested in currently. Yeah, that looks really interesting. The foot is just above there, and the foot is just there. So now I think the horizontal is what yeah, the vertical still needs enlargement, and the horizontal will need more enlargement. So I've got the feet looking, I think, reasonably good. So we just have to enlarge along the vertical, and less enlargement again on the horizontal will receive more enlargement. And the vertical will get a little bit less, or considerably less. But yeah, I don't like these quilting or any of that Kleenex. I don't like it. Someone told me that Kleenex toilet roll blocks the toilet. I don't know how true that is. But it's pretty scary thought to think about. To think that some toilet paper could block your toilet. Now that's still not showing the end of that. That looks better. So we got the head up there, and we got the arrow just on the tip. So that looks really quite nice. yeah, it's a very, it seems like a very Australian thing to make jokes about issues like toilet paper and the panic buying. I really find this panic buying really silly. You know, like, it's funny why they pick on toilet paper and not always other essentials. Because, you know, this is really quite inconsiderate for the rest of us who want to stick to the guidelines or the rules that the supermarkets put out, saying only one item per household of this, and then somehow the hoarders get in there and just strip the shelves and make it hard for everyone else, which is not fucking fair. That should not be considered Australian to do that. It's not fair. And then people want to panic buy because of FOMO. You know, fear of missing out, because other people, it's just a chain reaction, folks. Fucking FOMO. So, you know, honestly, I really get so over this shit. It might seem like funny, but it's not funny when you can't get toilet paper. Although fortunately I can use this toilet paper, even though it's not as good as the ones that I normally get, that I've mentioned. But basically, the good thing was there was still some toilet paper left that I could procure. So let's see how that looks as a piece. Yeah, that looks really quite interesting. I think now we can call this toilet themed piece finished.